Hi everyone, my name is Chris Manzano. I'm the athletic trainer and strength and conditioning specialist here at Home Base, a partnership between the Red Sox Foundation and Massachusetts General Hospital. Today is Mobility Monday, and today we're going to talk about opening up those hips. I'm going to show you 6 movements to give you a little bit more flexibility and mobility in those hips, which is going to be great for everyday life or before a workout or on an active recovery day. So, first movement we're going to talk about is called the world's greatest stretch. So what you're going to do, both toes pointed forward, you're going to take a big lunge forward, and you're going to take your hands to that front foot, the inside of that front foot. So in this position, the hand that's closest to your foot is going to reach up to the ceiling, just like that. And you're going to look up at your hand. Hold for about 2 seconds, and you're going to thread through that other arm, and you're going to come back up for another 2 seconds. Just like this. And you'll stand up, repeat on the other side. Big lunge forward. Hands on the inside of your foot. Reach up, look at that hand. Come back down. Just like that. And you're going to do about 5 of these on each side. Great. The next we're going to talk about are hip rockers. So we're going to get into what we call the quadruped position, which is just on your hands and knees. Your knees are going to be a little bit wider than your hip. And all you're doing is just rocking your hips down to your heels and then back up. And what this is doing is opening up that hip socket by coming back and forth. These movements should be slow and controlled, about 2 seconds down and 2 seconds up. You'll do about 10 of these. The next one we're going to do are hip adductor rockers. So it's going to attack that inside of your thigh. So I'll face this way for a little bit better visibility. You're going to be in that hands and knee position, but one leg is going to be out just like this. And all you're doing is the same thing, rocking back and forth. Rock back to your heel, and then back up to neutral. Heel to neutral. And you can do about 5 to 10 of these on each side. Do a few on this side. Again, remember, these movements are slow and controlled. Good. So the next one we're going to talk about are cat-cows. So again, in that quadruped position, your knees are about hip width apart, and all you're doing is just rotating that hip, looking up, then rotating that hip, extending that back, or flexing that back, looking down. And you're just going to rock back and forth. Again, slow controlled movements, back and forth. To make this one a little bit more hip centric, you're going to lock your shoulders in place. You're not going to be moving your shoulders, and all you're doing is just moving that hip and your low back. Again, this is great for just mobility and just loosening up your low back muscles, your glutes, and just getting that mobility of that anterior and posterior pelvic tilt. The next motion we're going to do is called the pigeon stretch, and we're going to add a little bit of rotation to it. So, you're going to get down on your knee, facing forward, squared forward, knees on the ground, foot is wherever it feels comfortable. It could be up here for some people, it could be down here. For me, mine is right here. And you're gonna bring that hip down to the ground. And I'll rotate this way. So, push that hip into the ground, and all you're doing is with your opposite side, reaching for that hip pocket. Back this way, and then back. Feeling that stretch in that hip. Good. Do about 5 to 10 on each side. So same thing. Bring that hip down to the floor, reaching out, reaching back. Out and back. The last one I'm going to show you is called a true hip flexor stretch. So we'll get down on one knee, and what you'll see a lot of people doing is stretching their hip flexor just like this. They're not really getting their hip flexor, mostly getting your quad. So what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna do a posterior pelvic tilt, kind of tuck your tailbone underneath your body, just like this. And then you're just gonna lean forward, leading with your hip and not with your body. So tilt underneath, lean forward. You should feel that stretch in your hip a lot sooner than you would if you're just leaning forward. So tilt, forward, stretch. And you'll hold that for about 60 seconds. Do it on this side just for visualization. So tilt underneath, lean forward, feel that stretch of that front part. Good. So hopefully these movements help you feel better in your hip, and hopefully it'll help loosen it up, make it feel a little bit more flexible, especially on days you're doing lower body day or just walking around the city. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at homebase.org. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share us on social media. If you enjoyed this video, see you next time.